Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video I'm excited to do, it is going to be a new ranking video, and I'm going to be ranking all of my single blushes. So this is a video that I did last year. I love to do a ranking makeup video. I will link my playlist down below, but I ranked my single blushes last year. A few months ago, I did rank all of my liquid and cream products, and there's quite a few blushes mentioned in there. But I wanted to do an updated one on all of my blushes. I have 23 that I'm going to be ranking from my least favorite to my top favorite. Before we jump in, I did also want to say there is a sponsor on today's video, and today's video is sponsored by Karma. So I'm going to be sharing a little bit about Karma and how I use this shopping assistant, but let's go ahead and get started. All right, welcome. I'm so excited to do a new ranking video and an updated blush one at that. Before we jump into it, let me show you my Vegas OOTD. So today I just have on my black shorts and then this little top here. Nothing crazy today. I will link all of my makeup down below. I didn't do filming on this look because I am running a little bit behind schedule today, but I'm using the new Natasha palette, the new Charlotte Glowgasm face palette, and also new lips from Charlotte Tilbury. So I will link all of my makeup in the description box. But like I mentioned before we hop into the ranking, this video does have a sponsor on it, and thank you so much to Karma for sponsoring this video. I've worked with them several times in the past. They are one of my favorite tools to use when shopping online. I'm gonna go ahead and put a link in my description box. It is a free download, but basically Karma is an app and also a Chrome extension that helps you to shop online, to be notified when products come back in stock, to be notified when products go on sale, use coupon codes on them, get cash back. They have a lot of different features over at Karma, so that is why I love using them, especially since moving to Vegas and getting a new apartment and trying to refurnish this new apartment. I bought a lot of items for my new place online, and it's really helpful to be able to save items to my shopping list on Karma, get notified when products go on sale. I love the coupon feature especially. I think that's fantastic. So not only does it help with home items, but also fashion and makeup. So basically how Karma works, what you would first want to do is to download the Chrome extension. There is also an app on your phone so that you never miss a notification. Then from there you can start to build your list, and you can break it down into different types of topics that you want. And then anytime that you are looking online, if you see something that you're interested in, you can go ahead and add it to your list. You can say if you want to get notified when it has a certain amount of a price drop, when it comes back in stock. And that way you can get push notifications or emails when an alert is happening on that product, so you don't miss out on it. Here's an example of my list that I created to help keep me organized when I'm doing my online shopping. Like I mentioned, one of my favorite parts of Karma is the coupon section. So whenever I shop online, which I do a lot of online shopping, I will always make sure to go to my Karma extension and run that coupon scanner. It's gonna scan for any different codes. You can see it right in there, putting in all these different codes, and then it will take the best code that it finds, and then it'll tell you right on the screen, like, you would have paid this much, but because of the Karma coupon, you're now paying that much. You know me, I always love a deal. I love to save some money. So I absolutely love that the coupon feature is built in right there. You're not going through your emails or your phone or other places trying to find coupon codes. It finds the best ones for you right there. Also, when you shop through select retail partners, Karma is going to give you cash back to your account and also to a good cause. So once again, Karma is a free download for the Chrome extension and then also the app. I am going to put the link in the description box if you are interested in checking it out. If you haven't already yet, I highly recommend it. It's just a super simple shopping tool. I think it's a pretty awesome thing, and I love to use it myself when I'm doing any of my shopping. So again, that link will be in the description box if you want to check it out. A big thank you to Karma for sponsoring this video, and let's jump into a ranking on my single blushes. All right, I think I said in the beginning that I had 23. I actually have 26 single blushes. I had left 3 in my bathroom when I first made my list, and then I was like, huh, what's going on here? So I had to go back and get them. So we actually have 26. So let's hop right in. So starting at the bottom at number 26, this is from e.l.f. Cosmetics, and this is their Putty blush. I'm just not a fan. I've talked about this one. I mean, I've talked about all of these products, obviously, but just really not a fan of this one. Did not find it easy to blend, did not find that it stuck around. It kind of picks up my foundations. I tried this multiple ways, multiple brushes, sponges, fingers. I just cannot make the e.l.f. Putty blush work for me. I'm also not really a fan of the Putty bronzers from e.l.f., which really bumps me out, especially as I've become more of a cream gal. This one, it's just not it. It's just not it for me. And then coming in at number 25, this one is a liquid blush. This one is from Rare Beauty. I just really don't enjoy this one. This is in the shade Bliss. This is one of their matte liquid blushes, and I just found that it did really like nothing flattering for me. It's a shade that made my face just seem very flat, just very like that's how it looked on me. I didn't try the satiny version or the shimmery version of the blushes, so maybe I would have liked it more than the matte, but that's the one that I happened to pick up. Really didn't like the shade, really didn't like the formula or the finish on me, so I pretty much am never reaching for that one. And then at number 24, I have this duo from Cover FX. I was super sad that I didn't love this. So this is their monochromatic blush duo, and I have Warm Honey. I feel like a lot of people really enjoyed these, and I unfortunately just did not. So you have a matte and a shimmer side. I thought for sure I would like this, and I think this is a case of this blush being too pigmented. I feel like every time I wear this one, I end up looking a little clown-like, and I just have a hard time blending it out, and it just has made me just very leery of reaching into this one. So unfortunately, I don't know, I just was not a fan of this one from Cover FX. I know a lot of people were. I wish I was, but I just wasn't. And then coming in at number 23, I have this blush from Lottie London. This is their Blush Crush, and I have the shade Drake is the name of this one. This is one that is just kind of a non-memorable blush. Like, it's one of those that it's like I have it in my collection and I see it so often, right? Like when I'm going through my collection and I'm pulling out my blushes, I see it and I'm like, no, and I reach for something else. I don't think it's necessarily like a bad product. It just, that is how I would describe it. It's not very memorable. It just kind of is what it is. All right, coming in at number 22, this really bums me out. This is really more of a shade thing though, but if I'm ranking from like how often I'm reaching for these products and whatnot, I really do have to put this one near the bottom. This is from Natasha Denona, and this is the Puff Paint, and I have the shade, does it not say it on here? Cool. I have this shade, which I can't tell you what it is because it's not on the product, so that's neat. So this one, I think the shade was just too light for me. It was like too close to my skin tone, which I was super bummed about because I like a nude blush, but this one kind of more just like blended into my skin, like not necessarily like concealer or foundation like, but like kind of. And you can't really see it on me, so it's a bummer. I still like want to use it because, you know, I love Natasha. Like sometimes I like mix it in with other blushes just because I'm like, I would like to get some use out of it, but bummer. And then we have at number 21, this is from, oh wait, did I mix this up? Yes, at number 21, we have from Colourpop. This is their Cheek Dew Serum Blush, and I have the shade Hotline. This is a pretty liquidy blush. The shade is pretty. It's one of those that I do find it really easy to apply. Like I said, it's very liquidy. It's a very like thin consistency. You do have to build it up quite a bit because it is a little bit more on the sheer side. So especially with like a liquid blush, a lot of times I'm using a damp sponge. I feel like I kind of have to use a lot of product with it, and it doesn't last the absolute longest. It's like, all right. And then at number 20, I have this duo from Patrick Ta, and this is the She's So LA Blush Duo. So you have the cream and then also the powder blush. I just mentioned this in my latest chopping block video, and I said like, I'm confused as to why I'm not a bigger fan of this, because I like the contour and bronzer duo, which looks really similar to She's So LA, because this is definitely more of like the bronze toned blush. But for this one, I struggled to get into it right away, and I just thought with the cream and the powder, I really thought that I would vibe with this one. So I put it in my chopping block so I could pull it out so I could use it more and see what I think. And I'm still like, I've been doing that for a couple weeks now, and I'm still just kind of like, not really so sure about that one. So that is what I would consider to be my bottom. And then I feel like my middle is kind of split into two. So we have like the middle group, but like the lower half. I don't know if that makes any sense. But we have at number 19, this is from Nabla Cosmetics. This is their Skin Glazing Glass Skin Finish Glow Powder in Independence. This is a pretty blush. It really does leave like a nice sheen. Once again, I feel like I kind of have to build it up quite a bit though, and it's not the most long wearing, so I don't reach for this one all that often. Like, I don't mind it, but you know, not really a favorite. That's kind of like the portion of what we're getting into now. I feel like sometimes with ranking videos, I start to repeat myself a lot, but especially because I'm reviewing all of the same type of products, it's like there's only so many different things you can say about a blush. So when you're reviewing 26 products, I feel like sometimes I get a little bit repetitive, so I'm gonna try not to do that. But we have at number 18, this is from Colourpop, and this is one of their pressed powder cheeks in Wayfarer. So this came out, it has the cactus on it, so was it like a year or two ago that this one came out? But I do like Colourpop blushes. I like their Super Shock blushes, which I don't have any currently, but I also really do like their pressed powder blushes. Again, this one is in the shade Wayfarer, so this one is a little bit more peachy. It has some shimmer to it. It's nice, it's pretty. If I want a little like peachy, almost like corally pop to the cheeks, I can reach for this one. Again, just not a favorite. And then another one from Colourpop, this was in their Mulan collection, and this is the shade Matchmaker. I like this one because it's a little bit more on that nude side, and it has quite a bit of shimmer to it, and I just think it's really pretty. Like, from the Mulan collection, this blush stood out to me the most, and I think that it's a nice one. And then coming in at number 16, this is from e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is one of their primer infused blushes, and this is in Always Earthy. So once again, more of a nude toned blush. I really like mauve-y blushes or nude tone blushes. I would say those are some of my favorites, but the primer infused blushes and bronzers from e.l.f. Cosmetics, I definitely like these over the Putty blushes and bronzers for sure. But Always Earthy is a pretty shade. And then we have at number 15, this is from Jouer. So this is their Adore Me blush, no, the Adore blush duo, not Adore Me. This used to be a top favorite of mine, and I just really haven't been reaching for it all that much, which I'm very sad about. I kind of did the same with the bronzer duo, but if you follow me on Instagram, you saw my big news over the weekend. I hit pan in my Jouer bronzer duo. Like, can you believe it? Because I was shook when that happened. I was trying either the Jouer or the Becca. I was like, which is gonna be, which is it gonna be, which is it gonna be? Wah! It was the Jouer, so I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know if I would ever hit pan in the blush. Like, I feel like that would be so hard, but I used to adore the Adore blush duo. I don't reach for it as much, but it's still nice. It's still a good blush. All right, and then we have at number 14, some more Colourpop. This one is the Love Story Pressed Powder Blush. I really can't remember which collection this came out in because there's so many of them. But once again, this is just a nice nude. It has a little bit of like orangey, almost like earthy tones to it, a little bit of shimmer. I just thought it was a pretty blush, so thought that one was nice. And then another one from Colourpop. I do have a lot of their blushes. Another pressed powder blush, and this is in Kiss and Tell. So this came out, I believe it was in their Valentine's collection, and these are also really hard to open. Okay, I really felt like I was on a roll there. Like, I was like getting through these blushes, and now, oh my gosh, okay. Whew. Whew, I'm sweating. You know, my AC's got to be turned off when I film because it's so loud. I'm sitting under lights. It's 106 degrees outside. I'm by a window. Now I'm definitely sweating trying to open this. But this is just a really nice matte blush. Usually I do like something with a little bit of sparkle to it, but this is just a nice matte, like a nice pinky nude. I think it's pretty. All right, now we're getting into like the middle top section, and I will say, starting from here, which is gonna be number 12, down to like number 4, I was so confused in how to rank these. I like all of these products. None of them are like my top standouts, but I genuinely like all of them. I would recommend them. I wear them a lot. I had like the hardest time. I was just staring at this pile like, I don't understand what to do. And then even coming in at 12 and 11, I was like, I'm not really sure what to do here. So at number 12, I put Danessa Myricks, the Color Fix Glaze, and this is in Cupcake. And at 11, I put Ilia Beauty. I think I struggled with these two in my ranking all of my cream and liquid products. I find these very similar. The shades are very similar. They're more mauve toned. They're both a little bit on the thicker side, and both are multi-use products, so you can use them on the cheeks and on the lips. I mean, like I said, I like both of these. With them being a little bit thicker, you know, sometimes I just have to be a little bit more careful, use less product, you know, use a damp sponge and really blend it out. But they're both really pretty, and I would recommend both of them. I don't know why, I have such a hard time with those two. And then coming in at number 10, I have this blush from Rare Beauty. This is their Nearly Neutral Blush, one of their melting blushes. Once again, I think that this is really pretty. This one was a bit of a surprise for me. I wasn't sure I was going to enjoy it so much since I really didn't like the liquid blush, but the cream blush I think is much easier to use. I think it stays on better than the liquid blush. So I do like that one from Rare Beauty. And then at number 9, I have this one from Makeup by Mario. This is the blush in Plumberry. So you have the brush on one side, which I highly don't recommend. It's like the worst thing ever, quite honestly. And then you have the blush on the other side. It is a bit of a deeper blush, but I feel like if you use a damp sponge, it blends out so much better than using the brush, because using the brush just kind of made everything stick right there. I mean, I have a video trying out this blush and it was like, it was not a good time. It was not a good look, okay? But using a damp sponge, I definitely do like it much more. And then at number 8, I have from Fenty Beauty. This is one of the cream blushes, and this is in Fenty Glow. So it's just a really nice nude shade. I don't know if you can probably tell from here that I have used it quite a bit. It has some shimmer to it. It gives a little bit of glow. Again, it's not gonna be like the most long wearing, but I think that it's pretty, and I reach for this one quite a bit. And then at number 7, I have last year's winner. This was number 1 last year. It is now number 7. And this is from Buxom Cosmetics. This is one of their Wanderlust blushes in Seychelles. So I mentioned recently that with this blush, I feel like it's just gotten a little bit too light for me. Since I have moved and I am outside a lot, I definitely am quite tan. And even though my face is lighter than my body, I try to match my face to my body. And then sometimes the blush doesn't do the best job now with this particular shade, but it's still a nice blush. It's still a pretty product. It gives off this really pretty glow. Yeah, it was funny because I couldn't remember what was number 1 last year, and I went back and looked and I was like, oh, that's definitely not gonna be number 1 this year. Coming in at number 6, it's so funny to me to do ranking videos because things can change so quickly. It was just a few months ago that I did ranking all of those single blushes, and it was shortly after that this particular blush I'm about to talk about, I was like, you know, it's all right, don't really reach for it a whole lot. And then all of a sudden, I don't know why, I got back into it and I kept using it, and now it's ranking high. Like, it's so funny of when you do these videos and how fast things can change. But this is from Tower 28, and this is their Beach Please blush in Magic Hour. So this is a cream blush. I don't know what got me so back into it. It's a really pretty nude mauve shade. And I don't know, I just use a damp sponge. I'm finding it easy to apply, easy to blend out. I don't know what happened, but it was like right after filming that ranking video, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna kind of like, you know, pull this one a little bit closer and use it a little bit more, and then I started to really enjoy it. I don't know, man. At number 5, I have this one from Tarte. This is the Old School Party blush. I feel like I lost my voice for a second there. I mean, I feel like we all know the Party blush. I've had this for years and years. Honestly, it's probably way beyond expired at this point, but it's just a little mini. I remember thinking one day I could like pan this. Like, I'm pretty sure it was in a project pan, and I'm like, you're cute, Samantha. You're cute that you really thought that that was gonna happen. But it's still a nice blush. It's a really pretty shade. I still like it. It's very long wearing from Tarte. I will give them that. Their Amazonian clay blushes are very long wearing. And then at number 4, this is from Persona Cosmetics. This is their Super Blush in Caramel. This is, once again, a pretty shade, has a little bit of shimmer to it. It's very smooth, like it goes on very naturally is the word that I want to say, but gives a really pretty flush. I like Persona Cosmetics. I like a lot of their releases, and this blush is no exception. And then really moving into, like, these are like my top 3. I'm not the biggest blush girl, I'll say, so I was a little bit surprised. When I do ranking videos, I put everything into categories like the low, the middle, the high. And I realized that I wasn't really putting much in like my high category, but it's like I like blush and I wear it. And I think I go through phases of like being more into blush and not being more into blush, but I don't know, I was a little bit surprised at how I was breaking things down. But at number 3, this is my newest blush, and this is from M Cosmetics. This is one of these So Soft blushes in Venetian Rose. So I did just mention this in my latest Makeup Monthly video, and I was saying like how I was a little bit surprised of how much I enjoyed this. I find it so easy to use. It's a cream blush, so easy to use, so easy to apply. I can even apply it over powder, and it blends out so effortlessly. It's a beautiful mauve shade. I think the staying power is really nice. I was very, like, not that I wasn't expecting to love it, but you know, sometimes, this was my first time trying M Cosmetics. I grabbed a couple products from the brand. The blush really, really impressed me. So I would definitely recommend that one from M Cosmetics. And then at number 1 and number 2, this also happened with my last video, the ranking of the cream products. I had 2 Charlotte products at the top. Once again, I got 2 Charlotte products at the top, and all right, so we have the Glowgasm Beauty Light Wand, the blush, and then also the Pillow Talk. So we have a powder versus a liquid, and I think I would put this one at number 1, the powder. I think I would still put the powder at number 1. Yes, I love this. I think that it's beautiful. Just that gorgeous like pinky nude. I mean, that like Pillow Talk is known for. It has a beautiful glow. It just like makes you look ethereal. And something that I say about Charlotte Tilbury, and especially her cheek products, is that they're just like a you but better. I have her Glowgasm palette on today. I mean, I really, really enjoy her cheek products, and this blush is just so beautiful. And then the wand, her wands were some of the first liquid products that I was like, oh wait, these are really, really nice. And I was very surprised about that, but they're so easy to use. Glowgasm is such a beautiful shade. It gives off this most gorgeous shimmer. I mean, pairing these two together, like doing this and then topping with the Pillow Talk, so beautiful. Her cheek products are something else. I love them all. The contour wands, even the highlight wand, these blushes, like I said, I'm not a huge blush person, but I would highly recommend both of these products from Charlotte Tilbury. I just think that she does a phenomenal job with those. So it was funny because I realized very quickly what was about to happen. I was like, I'm gonna have 2 Charlotte products at the top again, aren't I? But that's the way it shakes out. That is everything for ranking all of my blushes. I hope you enjoyed this video. I tried not to be too repetitive and get through it as quickly as I could, because I know that's always like an issue with my ranking videos, but I hope that you still enjoyed it and had fun with this one. Let me know what you would like to see ranked next. And I would be happy to do so. I most recently did my Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes. So if you'd want to see that one, again, I have that whole ranking playlist. But yeah, let me know what you would like to see next. Again, thank you so much to Karma for sponsoring this video. That link for the free download is going to be in my description box if you're interested in checking them out. Other than that though, if you enjoyed this one, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. I hope you also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll see you in my next video.